Hey, good morning. I've got some cool cars to show you. Everything from American muscle to some European curves. We're going to tell you a brand new place for San Diego car collectors to hang out. That's all coming up on Fox 5.
Time now to check in with Heather Ford live in Vista this morning, checking out a new garage packed with some of the most unique cars in our county. Heather, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, I bet Nick Miles would love to be in this private car club. Brand new here in Vista. It is the Rancho Santa Fe Storage and Club, and this is really, really cool. So we are going to show you a gentleman's car this morning. We're taking a look at some of the oldies but goodies. Dean Leibowitz, the general manager here. This place just opened up. So before we talk about the Packard here, this really cool car, can you tell me a little bit about this club? Because for people who are watching, they're probably like, well, how do I become part of the club and get to hang out and see all these cool cars and maybe bring one of your own in here?
Well, we've basically set up a club for the automotive connoisseur, I want to say. Basically, instead of having a golf club, we've created an auto club where you can come and hang out. We have events. And you can do it as two different memberships. You could either do it as a storage membership, or we could just have you as an affiliate membership where you can just come and enjoy the facilities, enjoy the events, and be a part of all the other car activities that go on here.
Very, very cool. Let's take a look at the Packard. As we kind of see this car, this is kind of the things that you guys would store here, stuff that has to have extra care, detail, and things that have been restored, or the originals. And this car has a lot of the original parts to it.
It does. This is a 1934 Packard, what we call a dual windshield Phaeton. The Packards were just great cars back in the day, drove unbelievably well, smooth, and one of the top cars in America, if not the top car, after Duesenberg, of course. But it was just a real gentleman's car and just a real pleasure to drive.
Yeah, I was going to say, you said something about how smooth this car rides for the year that it was built, and something about you could put a nickel on the actual engine. How does that work?
Exactly. The engine is so smooth that you could actually balance change on the engine. You could put a nickel on there and it won't fall over. The car had some really great features, for its time. Back in 1934, such as the auto clutch, auto advance, just things that made the car a lot more enjoyable to drive.
All right, let's move over to this car over here. So this is really neat. And this kind of has, I think if people saw a certain movie, Rain Man, they would remember a car similar to this.
Exactly. This is a 48 Buick Roadmaster convertible. The car from Rain Man was a 49, so very similar. A couple different features, design features that kind of differentiate the 48 from the 49. But a really nice driving car, a car that you can get in and just really tour around, and that's exactly what Tom Cruise and Dustin Hoffman did, was just get in the car and enjoy it. So.
Well, something really interesting about this car is most of it is original. You said maybe the only thing that's been worked on is just a new paint job.
Exactly. They're very, very reliable cars. You don't really have any kinds of issues with this car. It's got a hydro-flow transmission, which means basically it's a one-gear car, and just a great original car. It did have a little paint job done on it, but as you can see, it stayed the bright yellow that it originally was. So.
Do you have a car in here? Are any of these yours, or do you just take them? You're like, hey, you're going to store your car with me? Give me the keys. I'm going to take it for a drive when you're not looking, right?
No, I just enjoy them. Owning them is something completely different, but I just enjoy taking care of them. It's really just fun and a wonderful hobby for me as well. So.
Yeah. We're going to talk a little bit more about how you get started in collecting cars and this sort of thing, because I know we've got a couple of cars back there that are a little bit older, and it's like the starter if you're into Ferraris, or the starter if you're into the older models. We're going to talk about that and a little bit more about the lounge area, because Raul, of course, in the Gentleman's Club, if you're a car collector at a motor storage facility, there has to be a bar, right?
Of course, or else it wouldn't be, Wow, what a place.
Absolutely.
You got to maybe give me a hint where it is. Maybe I can go take a little tour, you know what I'm saying, right after the show type of thing.
Oh, I know. I got your back.
Thanks, Heather, for it.